In this video, we'll show you how to create an e-learning website with WordPress. We'll use the LearnDash LMS plugin for this tutorial. As a prerequisite, you'll need a fresh WordPress site. You can get a new WordPress site from Liquid Web or Nexus. We'll provide the links in the video description. Then you'll need to get the LearnDash plugin. You can get LearnDash from the link in this video's description. We're here on the LearnDash website. It has so many features and we will explore some of those in this tutorial. First, let's take a look at LearnDash pricing page. And here you can see there's LearnDash LMS, the plugin, and LearnDash Cloud, which gives you hosting service as well. So when purchasing LearnDash, these are the two options that you will get. Again, there are two bundles for LearnDash that you can get, which gives you LearnDash plus some of its add-ons. You can check that out as well. In our past video, we used LearnDash Cloud to create an e-learning website. If you guys want to check that out, we will put the link of that video in this video's description. But for this video, we are going to use the base LearnDash LMS plugin. You can see that it has 1 site, 10 site, and unlimited site plans. Okay, we will be using 1 site plan, okay, which is $199 per year. So once you have LearnDash downloaded, now it's time to install it. To install LearnDash, we will simply hover our mouse over plugins and click on Add New Plugin. From this section, we are going to click on this Upload Plugin button, and here we're going to click on Choose File and select our LearnDash LMS file that we downloaded. Alright, we uploaded the file and you can see it's over here. Now we are going to click on this Install Now button to install this plugin. Alright, as you can see, our plugin has been installed, and now to activate the plugin, we are going to click on Activate Plugin button over here. Now give it a few seconds and it's going to activate the plugin. And as soon as the plugin has been activated, you will be greeted to this setup wizard. You can see it says, Welcome to LearnDash. LearnDash is the #1 WordPress LMS plugin trusted by Fortune 500s and universities. So this is our LearnDash setup wizard. We are going to go through this setup wizard, which will help us build our e-learning site. So let's go ahead and continue with this setup. It is important to note that you can also dismiss the setup wizard if you want. But if you're a beginner, we suggest going through the setup wizard because it's going to be helpful. So let's click on the Get Started button. And over here, we have to add in our email address and license key and click on Validate. Now, this is going to help us validate our LearnDash LMS license so that you will receive further updates. We have added our email address and license key. So once you paste these two, just click on this Validate button and you will see this, your license is valid. So once your license has been validated, you can just simply click on the Next button. And now we can continue with our setup wizard. So first you can see that there are 4 steps. The first step is your info. Second one is your courses. Third one is the payment. And the fourth one is just the summary. Okay, so we have already completed step 1. Now we're in the step 2. Now the heading says, tell us about your courses. So the first question is, do you want to import a demo course, a fully built course that helps you to understand LearnDash? So if you enable this, it will import a demo course. Now this will help you understand how the course looks from the back end and from the front end. So it will help you understand how courses in LearnDash work. But we are going to be building a course from scratch so that you can understand everything, okay? So we're going to select No. And here you can see there's an important question. It says, how many courses are you planning to create? So if you are just planning to create only 1 course in your website and you just want to sell 1 course, then you have to select this option. If you plan on selling multiple courses on your website, then you can select this multiple option. So we are going to go with this multiple option because we want to sell multiple courses on our e-learning site. Next, it's asking us what types of courses will you have. Check all the apply. What kind of courses you want to create, you have to select. So we have 4 options here. We can select all 4, but let's go ahead and read what it says. Simple, So the simple course type is a video or text-based course without certificates or questions. So this is a course which will have video or text, but it will not have any questions or quizzes, and it will not have any certificates. The next option is certificate, a video or text-based course including quizzes and certificates. So this type of courses will have videos and text-based lessons, and it will have quizzes and certificates. The next one is timed, a video or text-based course including quizzes and certificates. Now this is the same as the certificate one. The difference is that it will be timed. Okay, so it will have limited amount of time. The next option is the group courses, a course led by group leaders, perfect for cohorts, corporate training, and classrooms. So this is a course type which will be led by multiple group leaders. So this is perfect for cohorts, corporate trainings, and classrooms. So for our requirement, we think the certificate, timed, and group courses are all important for us. If you want, you can also select the simple course type. When you select group courses, you are going to see two more options over here. Are your groups public or private? So here you can choose if your groups are public or private from here. We are going to choose private. And here it's asking us who will be leading your group courses. Will it be you or someone else? If someone else is going to be leading your group courses, you can choose someone else. Or if you want to be the one to leading the group courses, you can select me. So once you're done with this section, just simply click on the next button and it's going to be asking you about your payment. So it will ask you, do you want to charge for your courses? So if you're planning on selling your courses online, you have to select yes. And then you will be given two options over here, Stripe and WooCommerce. But LearnDash actually works with many third-party integrations. You can also use PayPal, 2Checkout, Paid Membership Pro, Samcart, Thrivecart, Razorpay, and much more. To learn more about the LearnDash payment gateways and e-commerce third-party integrations, you can read the documentation. We will put the link of this documentation in the description. For now, we have Stripe and WooCommerce by default. If you have a Stripe account, you can click on Connect and go through the steps to connect your Stripe account with your WordPress account. Or you can choose WooCommerce. If you choose WooCommerce, it says we'll install the plugins you need. So it's going to install the WooCommerce plugin in our site. For this tutorial, we are going to use WooCommerce to sell our courses. And here in this section, you can choose your country or select your country. Just click on this drop down. And from here, you can choose your country. So if you're from the United States, you can choose from here. You can see the dollar is being used. If you're from UK, you can choose this. So just select your country, okay? After selecting your country, you can just simply click on this next button and it's going to show you a summary. So here's what we'll set up for you. We will create the following pages for you. So LearnDash will be creating the registration success, reset password, and profile page for us, okay? So you don't have to go through the troubles of creating these pages manually. If we read over here, it says, allow students to register for your courses, confirm successful registrations, reset their account passwords, and view their progress in their own profile. So these pages will help the students with all these. And finally, there's the course listing, display all available courses. It will also create a listing page where it will display all your courses. We will actually also learn how you can edit those pages, add in your own course listing pages, how you can customize the design later on in the video. Next, we can see we will enable the following group settings. Since we enable the group course, this will be enabled. These settings can be changed at any time from LearnDash LMS groups settings. So we will be able to change the settings if we want, okay? And you can also click over here and it will show you the group settings over here. Next, if we scroll down, it says we'll install the following add-ons for you. Since we select the certificate course types, it's also going to add a certificate builder, which is going to help us create our own custom certificates. And to handle the payments, it's going to use WooCommerce because we selected WooCommerce. So once you think everything is ready, you can simply click on Save and Continue button. and the setup wizard will install and activate everything for you. As you can see that the setup wizard makes everything really easy for you so that you can focus on creating and selling your courses. So once everything is completed, you are going to see your WP admin dashboard and all your menu items, and you're going to see this notification over here. It will be asking you, this is an invitation to help us improve LearnDash products by sharing product usage data with Stellar WP. LearnDash is a part of the Stellar WP family of brands. If you opt in, we'll share some helpful WordPress and Stellar WP product info with you from time to time. And if you skip this, that's okay. Our products will continue to work. So you can click on this allow and continue button and some product usage data will be shared. But we're going to skip this because, LearnDash is already such a great plugin and we will be just creating this website for a tutorial. And now here you can see the setup your site section, and we can see a notification over here that says first time using LearnDash, go to the LearnDash setup. So we are going to click on this dismiss button, and here is the LearnDash setup section. Here you can see there are some steps over here. The first step was the setup your site. This is where the fun begins. We already completed this step. The site and course details all have been set up. Next, it's design your site. It's optional, but it says select a starter template, choose a design to start with the customization. So we need to actually choose a theme. Okay, so it says 5 minutes because we need to set it up. You can click over here and it's going to take you to this section. And here you can see there's a notification that says this is an optional step and not required to run LearnDash. If you already have a theme configured on your site, you can skip this process. I'm going to click on exit setup, because we already have a theme in mind that we are going to use. But if you want, you can choose a theme from here. We are going to show you the manual process of installing a theme and importing a starter template. So let's go ahead and do it. We're going to scroll back up here, and from the appearance over here, we are going to click on themes, and we are going to click on add new theme. From here, we are going to choose Cadence. If you cannot find Cadence, you can simply search for Cadence over here. So once you find it, just simply click on install and wait for the theme to be installed. Once it's installed, just click on activate and the theme has been activated. Now it says over here, get started with an AI powered website. So using Cadence, you can create AI powered website. We already have a tutorial on this topic. If you guys are interested, you can check that out. We will put the link of that tutorial in this video's description. So we actually need the Cadence AI starter templates because it's going to help us import a starter site for our LearnDash e-learning site. We are simply going to click over here and it's going to install a plugin that will help us search for starter sites and import the starter site. All right, it's activated. And we will be redirected to this section. So if you guys are not directed to this page, you can simply see it's over here, appearance, and under Cadence, you can see starter template is over here. So it's giving us two options, activate Cadence AI starter templates or use classic starter templates. So we are going to choose this option and it's going to load all the starter templates. From here, you can choose the page builders that you want. If you want the block editors, you can choose this. If you prefer using Elementor, which is a very popular page builder for WordPress, you can choose this. We'll be using the block editor, the Gutenberg page builder, which is the default page builder for WordPress. Next, we can filter out what kind of themes that we want. So from here, we are going to click on free and pro and we want to check out all the free themes. Okay. And from here, we can also choose business, e-commerce, nonprofit, photography, and here's the course. We want a theme for our e-learning site, so we are going to choose this course. So this will show us all the Cadence starter templates that's based on online courses. So all of these are actually free, so you can use it easily. So here we have a course that says business course. I think this theme looks really great, but you can go ahead and choose your own starter template if you like. We are going to simply click over here and it's going to show us the demo of this site over here. So you can see how this site looks like. You can see it's simple and it's really well designed. So it's perfect for our e-learning course. You can choose the color combination as well. So from here, it gives us a bunch of color palettes. For example, if I choose this palette, it's going to immediately change the color. So you can see everything has been changed. All right. So if we change into a different color, you can see the color changes immediately and we can see the change live. So I think we will go with the default color, which was this one. Okay. And you can also choose fonts just by clicking on this tab. You can choose whichever font you want. So you can just scroll down to the text area and click on any font. So this is the Montserrat and Source Sans Pro. So if we click on another font, you can see it changes immediately. So you can choose the font that you like from here, or you can just skip this and change the fonts and colors later on. Okay, so we're going to click on clear selection because we are actually happy with the default fonts. Then I'm going to click on next. And it's going to ask us about the course content. So here there are two options: import full site or import only selected page. So if you like a particular page of this theme, so you can see it has many pages: the home page, resources, contact, instructors, plans. So if you like any particular page, you can import that one, but we want to import the full site. Okay, so we will select this option. If you click on the advanced settings, here you can see it's giving us two more options: import customizer settings and import widgets. So we want to import the complete template, okay? Also the customizer settings and widgets. So we are going to leave these enabled. Once we are done, we can click on this next button over here or over here. And it will bring us to the plugins section. Here you can select which plugins you want to install. You can see that these three plugins, Cadence Blocks, LearnDash, and LearnDash Course Grid add-ons, these three are required and you cannot deselect it because Cadence Blocks, LearnDash, and this plugin, all these three plugins were used to build this starter template. But if you want to install other things such as Give WP, the events calendar, Solid Security, Cadence, WooCommerce Email Designer, you can select these as well. But we are happy with all these selections. We are going to click on Finish and Launch. It's going to ask us one more time, start import. This will override theme settings and add content to your current site. So if your current site has important things that you want to save, make sure you save all of those, because once you click on start import, all your theme settings will be overwritten. So we are going to start import and wait for everything to complete. The starter template has been imported and we can see the success message over here. And finally, it says you are so much closer to launch. So there are two options: see my site or go to my pages. Of course, I want to check out how my site looks right now. So let's click on this button. And you can see that our site has been imported and it's looking fantastic. Please note, in this tutorial, we'll try to focus mostly on the e-learning stuff. We'll also show some basic design editing examples. Using those tips, you can edit your web page contents. But you're welcome to contact us if you need our help with editing your pages. Our contact details are available in the video description. Okay, but for now, we have our site ready, and we also have a courses page over here. So let's go ahead and click on it. So here are a few courses, although we didn't create any of these courses, but these are still here just as a part of the demo site. We can remove these later on. Let's go to our dashboard now, and here we are. Now, before we go ahead and create our course, here's one notification that I would like to read. It says LearnDash LMS WooCommerce. We have noticed that you have WooCommerce guest checkout enabled. Please note that purchasing a product with an associated LearnDash course or group still requires an account to ensure successful enrollment. So we are going to disable this guest checkout. So to do that, we're going to go to WooCommerce and go to settings. And this will bring us to the WooCommerce settings section. Here we are going to click on this accounts and privacy tab. And from here, you can see there's the guest checkout option. We're simply going to disable this. So when this is enabled, it says allow customers to place orders without an account. So we do not want that. And normally if you're selling your courses online, you might also not want this feature. So you want your students or your users to create an account, become a student, and then purchase your courses. Okay, scroll down and click on Save Changes. All right, now you can see the notification is gone. All right, now that everything is set up, we are now ready to build our courses. So if you look at the LearnDash LMS, there are lots of menu items over here, such as courses, lessons, topics, quizzes, questions, certificates, groups, challenge exams, and much more. So no need to be confused with all of these because we will be tackling it in a really easy and simple way. So we will be creating a course. To create a course, simply we have to click over here, courses. And from here, you can see that we already have 5 of these courses. If you do not import any starter templates, you might not have any courses over here, but that is okay. We can add in our own course. So there are multiple ways of creating a course. Here you can see there's an option that says create from video playlist. So if you have an online course on YouTube playlist, Vimeo, or Wistia, you can import that course directly on your LearnDash e-commerce site. So LearnDash has an AI system that will help you capture your playlist, video playlist, and turn it into a course. We won't be doing that in this tutorial, but we have a video on this topic. If you guys are interested in how to do that, we will put the link of that tutorial in the video description. LearnDash also has another AI course building feature, as you can see at the left button. We also have a tutorial about it. You'll find the link in the description. So to create a course, we can simply click on Add New from here, okay? So it's going to bring us to this section. If you have created some posts or pages, you will be familiar to this section. Here you can add your course title, course content, and you can access other settings such as setting a featured image for your course, which is very important. Looking at the status of your course and course category, you can also choose your course category from here and much more. If you notice, there are some tabs over here: the dashboard, course page, builder, extend access, and settings. So no need to worry about all of these that much. We are going to go through all of these in step-by-step process. So the first thing that we need is a name of our course or a title of our course. So let's go ahead and add in a title. Alright, we added in our course title and we decided that we will be creating a course on WordPress. So our title will be Build a Complete Website Using WordPress. So our course will teach the students how to build a complete website using WordPress. Now, this is just for the demonstration purpose. This is just to show you how a course can be created using LearnDash, okay? So here we can add in some description. This will be displayed in the front end, and this will basically describe how the course works, the course content, what the students will be learning. So you can describe your course a little bit over here, what the students will be learning from your course. So let's go ahead and add in some dummy texts. So we added some dummy texts just to show you how things look. You can also add in images and other elements over here using the block editor. Just, simply hit enter on keyboard. And from here, click on this plus icon and you can add in your images. So let's go ahead and add in an image. We're going to search for image. Okay, so we have this image block over here. You can upload your image or you can insert from URL, and you can also access your media library. Since we actually imported a starter site, some of the images has been added to our media library. So let's go ahead and see if we have some image that we can use. Great, we have some images. So let's go ahead and select this image and click on select. Okay, so we now have an image in our course description. In this way, you can add in various elements to your course description. You can use these blocks to add in more information. For example, if we want to add in a heading, we can also add in a heading text over here. What will you learn from this course? We added a heading over here. Then we can write what the students will be learning from this course. We can also add in bullet points over here. If we click on here, you can see there's a list. And here we can add a list of things that students will be learning from this course. Currently, we do not have any of those prepared, so we are not going to add in any list, but you can see how this works. You can also access all the blocks just from here. So if you click on this plus icon, it's going to show you all the blocks that are available. So here we can see the LearnDash LMS blocks, which is LearnDash Course Grid, LearnDash Course Grid Filter, LearnDash Login, LearnDash Profile, Course List. So if we drag and drop it over here, all the courses will be displayed over here, but we do not want that. But you can see there are so many options for you. You can go ahead and experiment with all of these, but currently we do not require anything else. We are going to close it. Okay. So once you're ready with this page, we also need another thing, which is the featured image. A featured image is very important for your course. So to add in a featured image, just simply click on this course. And here you can see set featured image option. So we are going to click over here. And it's going to show us the media library over here. We've already seen how you can choose images from your media library. But let's look at the other two options. If you know Pexels, Pexels is a website where you can get free images and videos for your website. Cadence has added this feature where you can directly import images from Pexels. Okay. So if you find an image you like, you can search for images as well. So once you find an image that is suitable for your course, you can click on this download image and it will be downloaded. So that is very, very cool. Okay. The other option is the upload files. If you have an image prepared for your course, you can simply upload it from your computer. So that is what we will be doing. Let's go ahead and upload an image. As soon as we uploaded the image, it has been added to our media library, and now we can select it. We can also add alt text, title, caption, and description to our image if we want, but we will simply select this image and click on Set Featured Image. And great, we have a featured image for our course. Now we are actually done with everything over here. One more thing that you can do is add in a course category. So if you have multiple courses on your website, it's likely that you will have also course categories. So if you want, you can add a course category. We can click over here, add a new course category, and we can add in a name of our course category. We are going to call our category Web Development, and we're going to hit Enter on our keyboard. And it's been added over here and it's selected. Great. So that is how you can also choose your course category. So once you're done with all of these, one thing that you can do is save draft so that you do not lose your progress. Okay. We can click on this save draft and our course will be drafted. And you can see in the status, it says draft. Okay. So now we are going to click on this builder, and this is the LearnDash LMS course builder. Now it looks very simple, but this is the main section where you will be able to build your entire course. Okay, so let's get started. Here you can see there are two sections over here, the LearnDash Course Builder. This is one section, and this is another section. The first section, it says, course has no content yet, add a new lesson or add an existing one from the sidebar. So we can add in a new lesson just by clicking over here, or if we already have some lessons and topics, we can add those from here. We can simply drag and drop it over here. But since we have no lessons or topics or quizzes, we cannot drag and drop it to any of these sections. Okay. Here, there's another option that says new section heading. So if you guys want, you can also add a section heading. This might be really helpful. Let's go ahead and do it. We're going to click over here and add in a title. So we're going to call this module 1, and then we're going to click on add section heading. And you can see that we have a module 1 over here. Now you can see there's something different that's being said over here. It says drop lessons here. And we created a lesson just to show you, we call this lesson S, just for this demonstration that how you can drag and drop. So you can simply grab and drop your lessons over here. That is how the drag and drop works. Now, of course, my lesson will not be called S. We are going to change all of these. You can also add a lesson by clicking over here, but actually let's edit this one. So we are going to click on this pencil icon and we are going to change the name of our lesson. We're going to call it creating a new WordPress site. Now we're going to click on save, and we have a new lesson. Now let's go ahead and add in another lesson just by clicking over here and adding a title. And then we are going to click on add lesson. So we now have 2 lessons. Now using this method, we can add modules and add lessons within those modules. But how to add those course content to these lessons, we will check that out later on. But let's first actually create our course outline. So we are going to add in a new section heading. We are going to call it module 2. Okay. And we are going to add new lessons to this module. Let's enter a title. All right. So I will skip the video ahead and come back to you when our course outline is complete. All right. So our course outline is complete. You can see that we have added 3 modules, module 1, module 2, module 3, and each of these modules have 2 lessons within them. So in total of 6 lessons. Now that is how you can create modules or section headings and add lessons within those section headings. But that's not all. The way how courses are created in LearnDash is first you create a lesson and then you add topics within those lessons. So let me show you. We have a lesson over here. We are going to click on this down arrow and it's going to expand this lesson. Now we have the option to add a new topic or a new quiz in this section. So let's go ahead and do this. We are going to click on new topic. And if you had any topics or quizzes over here, you could have just dragged and dropped it over here. And you've already seen how the drag and drop works. So the topic that we are going to write is Introduction to WordPress. Now we're going to click on Add Topic. And now we have a topic within our lesson. In this way, we are going to add 3 more topics over here. Great, we now have 4 topics within our lesson. And we can also drop quizzes within these topics. If we expand this, you can see you have the option to add quizzes. Now these topics will contain all our course content. Now it's not 100% obligatory to add topics because if you want, you can actually add in your course content within your lesson. Now, if this sounds too complicated, don't worry. I'll simplify everything. Even you do not have to create topics. If you don't want to create topics and only want to create lessons, that is fine. But if you have a complex course that requires topics, you now know how you can create those. So we're going to go ahead and populate our lessons with some of these topics, okay? So we will skip the video ahead. Alright, so we have added all the topics within our lessons. You can see beside the lesson name, it's written 4 in 2 brackets. It means that there are 4 contents within these lessons. So currently the 4 contents are topics. Now what if you wanted to add in your lesson or topic content? How you can do that? To do that, first we are going to save our draft because we do not want to lose our progress. Once it's saved, we can hover our mouse over a lesson and we can see the edit option. So let's go ahead and click on edit. And it's going to take us to this lesson editor. Now here is the title of the lesson. And you can see you can add your lesson content over here. So what we can do is we can add in texts. Here we added some dummy texts. If you want, you can also add images. So let's upload an image or let's select one from our media library. All right, so this is the image that we selected. We can also resize it. Align center. Okay, now we have some text and an image in our lesson. So now we can save our content. All right, our lesson has been updated. Now, if we click on these settings over here, we can look at the lesson settings, which is the display and content options. So if you want to include lesson materials, you can include this. So here, if you want to add any lesson content, you can add it from here. You can also enable the video progression. So the below video is tied to this course progression. So if you want to add in a video to your lesson, you can add it from here. So let's go ahead and add in a video URL and we will see how this looks. Okay, so we added one of our video URLs over here. Now let's just discuss for a moment what we did here. So we had a video on our YouTube channel. We copied the URL of that video and pasted it over here. Now, that video on our YouTube channel will be played within this lesson of this course. And students must completely watch this video to mark this lesson as complete. Okay? Now, in case of supported video providers, if you have videos on Vimeo.com, Wistia.com, Bunny.net, or SpotlightR.com, you can simply copy the URL of those videos and paste it over here. So if you have videos on those websites, those will be played in this lesson now, okay? But in case of Vimeo, make sure that your video has been showcased as public and not private. If it isn't set to public, the video won't be displayed on your lesson, okay? Now there's another way to display a video. So if you have prepared a video on your computer, you can also upload that video to your WordPress site and set that video to the lesson from here. To do that, simply go to Media from your WordPress dashboard and click on Add New Media File. Then click on this Select File button and select the video from your computer, and it will be uploaded to the media library. Then you can actually play the video, copy the URL of the video, then go to the lesson, and then paste the URL in this section, okay? To learn more about the video progression system in LearnDash, you can check our video description for a link to the LearnDash documentation on video progression, okay? And next you can see there are two options. It says display timing before completed substep. Now, if this option is selected, the video will be shown immediately and must be fully watched before the user can access any of the lessons associated substeps, such as topics or quizzes. And if we select this option, which is after completing substeps, the video will initially be hidden. It will become visible after the user has completed the lesson or topics associated substeps. And by substeps, we mean topics or quizzes. The entire video must be watched in order to complete the lesson. And here it will expand some options such as lesson autocomplete. So once he watches the videos, the lesson will be auto-completed, okay? And here's the mark complete button. Also enable this. So you can choose whichever option you are comfortable with, okay? And again, there's the auto start options. If you want, you can enable this so the video will automatically start. You can display video controls if you want, so the user can pause, move backward and forward within the video. But if you don't want students to do that, you can disable this. Video pause on window unfocused. So this is also great. So when the window is unfocused, the video will be paused. Video resume feature, if you want this, you can also enable this. And the assignment uploads, it's not enabled. Here you can see it says cannot be enabled while lesson timer or video progression are enabled. So since we have this enabled, we cannot have this assignment uploads over here. So if we scroll down, there are more settings over here. The lesson access settings, the sample lesson. If you want to make this a sample lesson, so the lesson will be accessible to all visitors regardless of course enrollment, you can make this sample lesson so students can get the idea of how your course is. You can have this enabled. And the lesson release schedule, this is basically a content drip feature. When the lesson will be released, immediately, enrollment based, or specific date. So immediately is selected by default. That means the lesson will be made available on course enrollment. But if you want the students to have access to this lesson after an X amount of days of enrollment, you can select this and write whatever days you want. So after 1 day of course enrollment, students will have access to this course. So you can choose the course content drip feature to your liking, okay? And finally, there's the LearnDash course grid settings, this short description, duration of the lesson, enable video preview, custom button text, custom ribbon text. So you can write your short description and lesson duration over here, but we won't be going through this, okay? So let's scroll up and let's go to the lesson page. Once we are ready, we can click on save. And that is our lesson. Now let's get back to lessons. Now here, notice one thing. When we click over here back to lessons, it will take us to another page. You can see it's directly taking us to admin dashboard page. Here we are in the lessons section, and over here we can see there are 9 lessons published over here. So these are the lessons that we created. WordPress posts and pages, navigation menu. This we did not create. Probably this was created when we imported our starter site. Editing homepage, WordPress themes and plugins, and all these. So all your lessons can be accessed from this section as well. And you can create new lessons from here as well. And afterwards, you can drag it and drop it in your course. So let's go to the courses section and continue building our course. So this is our course. You can see it's drafted. We can click on edit or click on builder to access the builder directly, but we clicked on edit. All right, now we're going to go to the builder. And now you can see you have some course content on your lesson. Now, what about the topics? It's actually simple. the topics work like lessons. So you can edit it exactly like that. So we can hover over a topic and click on edit. And you can see that this is a familiar settings. We saw this screen in the lesson editing. So the topic works in the same way. Here you can add in some content. So we added some dummy texts. You can also add in images or other media files if you want. And it's also possible to add topic categories from here. The same way you created course categories, you can also add topic categories as well. And if we click on the settings, here you can find the same settings as well. But you can also include topic materials from here and also add in your video. As you can see, it says the below video is tied to this course progression. So we can add in a video from our channel, just like before. And you can also add in either before completed substeps, after completing substeps. Choose which one is suitable for you. And finally, we can also look at the topic access settings and short description, duration, etc. Finally, when you're done, you can just click on save. And that is how basically you can add content to your topics and also add videos. Okay. Now we are going to click on back to topics. And here you can notice that we have been directed back to our WordPress admin dashboard and we're in the topics option over here. Okay. So we're going to go back to courses. And now we are going to click on builder. And now you already know how you can add contents to your lessons and how you can add contents to your topics as well. Now, if you want, you can create your course just by adding lessons. You can totally skip adding the topics. But if you have a complex course and you need to add some more topics within the lessons, you can do it. The option is there. So now that we have learned how to create a course outline, how to add lessons and add topics within those lessons, and how to add contents within the lessons and topics, the next thing that we should learn about is how to add quizzes, because quizzes are an important part of a course. To add a quiz, what we can do is click on this new quiz from here. Then we can give a name to our quiz and add questions within that quiz. So when students finish all these topics, they can finally take this quiz and complete this first lesson. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this. We are going to click on new quiz. Now let's give a name to our quiz. We're just going to call it simply lesson 1 and quiz. Okay, so let's click on add quiz button. And now you can see we have a quiz. So before clicking on edit, we need to click on save draft. We have to save our changes. Okay, after it's saved, we can hover a mouse over quiz and click on edit. And we're finally here. Now you can see it's the same settings as always. This is the quiz page. Here's the title of the quiz. You can change it from here if you want. And you can also add in some descriptions. So let's add in some description. We have written, this is the lesson 1 ending quiz. Let's test your knowledge. Okay. Now, if we want to add questions, we can simply click over here. This is the builder. Here you can see we have no questions. It says add a new question or add an existing one from the sidebar. We don't have any questions to actually drag and drop from here, although there's some questions over here. But these have no content within them, okay? So let's remove it. To add a question, we can simply click over here, new question, and it's going to give us a title. So let's call it question 1, and we can expand it by clicking on this arrow. And here, the first thing that we can notice here is this drop down over here. You can see there are multiple quiz categories or quiz types from LearnDash. You can create a single choice, a multiple choice, free choice, sorting, matrix sorting, fill in the blanks, assessment, essay, open answer, question type. So let's go ahead and create a single choice question to keep everything simple. First, we have to add in a question. So let's go ahead and add a question, and we added the question. And one thing you can notice is if we click on this edit, here you can write your question. You can also make texts bold, just like so. You can also put in links. So here's the insert link function. You can just add in links. You can add in bullet points, and you can also add in media. That's one thing to note. And after you add in your question, you can also add in your options. So since this is a single choice question, you can add in multiple options, and one will be the correct answer. So to add an option, we can simply click over here and add in our option. Alright, so we added the option. Let's go ahead and add a few more. Alright, so we added all our options, and now we have to choose the correct answer. So from these 4 options, this is the correct answer. And now I've chosen it. So that is how basically you can create a single choice questions in LearnDash. You can also click over here, and if you want to award students some points for answering this question correctly, you can simply add a point over here and click on save. But we're not going to add any point system. So after you create a question, you can also see there's a question settings over here. So if we expand this, here we can provide a message for the correct answer. This is optional. Both of these are optional. And you can also add in a message for incorrect answer. So if there's a correct answer, we can say, yes, you're correct. And for incorrect, we can say, sorry, that is incorrect. Now we can click on save. And we can also provide a solution hint over here. If we expand this, we can provide a hint. And we can also provide different points for each answers. Okay, so after you're done, you can simply click on save. All right, so that was the question settings. Now you can actually add in another question over here and add as many questions as you want. But to keep things simple, we are just going to have only one question in this quiz. Okay. If we click on the settings, we can access some question settings, which are the quiz access settings. You can decide when this quiz will be available. This quiz can be available immediately, enrollment based, specific date. You can add in external quiz. If you enable this question will take place in a virtual settings, Zoom or in person. So there are settings here as well. And you can also add in quiz prerequisites. So students have to complete some tasks before they can take this quiz. If we click over here, there's no previous quiz required. So if you have some other quiz that students need to take in order to take this quiz, you can select this as well. You can also add in a passing score, add a quiz certificate, enable quiz savings, restrict quiz retakes, question completion, time limit. If you want, you can add a time limit to this quiz. And there are more options to explore. So go ahead and explore all these settings if you want. So once you're done, you can just simply click on save. And our question is ready. Now let's click on back to quizzes. Okay, we're back to our quizzes section, and let's go to courses, and let's click on builder. And now we can expand this, and we have a quiz to our lesson. Now using the same process, we can add in another quiz to this section as well. Now let's go ahead and create a single question this time, and then add that question to a quiz. So we are going to first save our draft, and then back to courses. And then we're going to go to questions. And here we are going to click on add new. And let's add a question title. We're simply going to write multiple choice question for WordPress course. Of course, you can see the builder is different over here. And if we scroll down here, you can see the answer type. We can choose from the different quiz categories. We're going to choose multiple choice. So in that case, we'll actually have to change our question. So let's go ahead and add a different question. And we actually have to place our question title over here. And the question has to be written over at this section. Okay. So my question is identify some of the default menu items, which are these, which can be found in the admin dashboard. Okay, so I want the student to identify some of the menu items that we can find in dashboard, such as the posts, media, pages, comments, etc. Okay, so after writing the question, we also have to add in the options. So the first option or answer that we are going to write is over here. So let's go ahead and add in our answer, media. Okay, then we are going to click on add new answer and add in another option. Now using this method, we are going to add 2 more options. Okay, so these are my options. And as you can see, the question says identify some default menu items that can be found in the admin dashboard. So by default, we find the media, then we find the comments section over here and also the settings. Now analytics that we can see over here, it's also available over here, but by default, you will not see this option. It's part of WooCommerce plugin. So when you install WooCommerce, it's added to your admin dashboard. Okay. So the correct answer is media, comments, and settings. Great. You can also delete your answers, add media file to your answer, and also move your answers if you want. Okay. So once you're done, you can simply click on update or save to save your question. We had an issue where our question wasn't publishing. Probably we had some network issue. So once you click on publish, the text on this button changes to update. So we are clicking on update, but you can just click on the publish button to publish your question. And after it's published, you can go to settings And from here, you can also choose an associated quiz. So you can actually attach this question to any quiz you want. Now let's click on update. And that is how you can add questions to any quiz. Okay, so that is how you can add questions to your course. Now, if you want to add quizzes to your second lesson, you can simply drag and drop it over here. We have a few example questions over here just to show you how the drag and drop works. For example, if I want to add this quiz to this topic, I can simply drop it over here. But if I want it to be within any topic, what I can do is simply grab it and drop it over here in any of these topics. So once I drop it, it's going to be added within this topic. That's a very nice way to add your questions to your topics or lessons. Okay, so let's remove this for now. Great. Now, down here, you can see a section which says final quizzes. Now, you have seen this from the beginning. There was this one section and there was the second section, the final quizzes. So this section is auto-generated. And if you want, you can click on this new quiz and add a final quiz. So what will happen is after completing all the lessons, the students must take this final quiz or quizzes, which will act as a final assessment. So once they complete these final quizzes, the course will be complete. Okay, now you do not have to add the final quizzes. I mean, it's not a requirement, but if you want, you can add it. You already know how to create quizzes. So in the future, LearnDash might receive updates and many things might change, but you always have LearnDash support where you can contact them and you can get the best and latest information from, or you can comment on this video and we will try our best to give you the latest information. So we're not going to actually create any final quizzes. You already know how to create a quiz. If you want, you can add this final quiz over here. And there are actually several features of LearnDash. And if we discuss about each of those features, this video will become super lengthy. And the video is already so big, so we are not going to go through deep details, but we have dedicated videos on various features of LearnDash LMS, which you can check out on our channel. Okay, so let's move on. So now that we know how you can create questions and quizzes, our course is almost complete. We actually need to also add a certificate, so let's go ahead and quickly do it. So first, let's save our changes, and now let's get back to courses. From here, we can click on certificates, and currently there's no certificate. We can add a new certificate by clicking over here, and LearnDash actually has a certificate builder. To enable the certificate builder, we can simply go to add-ons, and let's scroll down over here. We can see the LearnDash certificate builder is over here. We are going to click on install. Alright, so certificate builder has been added, and to activate it, we can just click over here, and now it's activated. Now we are going to go to certificates again, and from here we are going to click on add new, and here you can see there's a new option that says use certificate builder, so we are going to click on it. Great, now we can add a title to our certificate. We are going to call it WordPress Web Creator, and we can also upload a certificate background. So let's go ahead and upload it. All right, so this is our certificate background, and here we can design our certificate any way we want. We can add in a heading, and after this we can align the text, and then we can add in more texts and designs, and after you're done you can simply click on publish. Alright, so we went on ahead and added a few more things. We added this title, we added this text, and here we added a LearnDash certificate block, which you can get if we expand this. You can see this is the LearnDash user meta. So we can select this block and we can choose what we want to display. So we chose the user login. So this was our user login, and that's what's being displayed over here. We can also choose the font size. We can increase it or decrease it however we want. Okay, so we don't want to increase it that much. Then we added some space over here. We added some more text, and this is another certificate block. This is actually the LearnDash course info block. Okay, so you have to select it, and you also have to insert your course ID. Okay, so you can get that from your course. So let me show you quickly how you can do that. So we are back over here. If we click on courses, and if we hover our mouse over a course, you can see at the bottom there is a post number, and it says 423. So now if we get back, you can see we have added the same ID over here. So once you add the course ID, it will fetch the name of the course. Okay, and that's basically how we design the entire certificate. So, of course, this is not a great certificate, but if you guys want to learn how to create a beautiful certificate, we already have a video on that topic. We will link that tutorial in this video's description, okay? So you can check that out and learn how to create beautiful certificates for your LearnDash courses. So then let's go back to certificates, and you can see we have one certificate. Let's go to our courses and click on Edit. Okay, now to attach the certificate, we're going to click on Settings, and over here, if we scroll down, here is the course certificate. We can just select it from here and click on Save as Draft. So now our course has a good title, some descriptions, a featured image. It also has lessons, topics, and quizzes, and also a certificate. Great. So our course is now almost complete. All we have to do is look at a few settings before we can publish it. So the settings is also very, very important. Before you publish any courses, go through these settings. So the first option that we can see is the access mode. Here you can see there are 5 options: open, free, buy now, recurring, and closed. If we click on open, this course will not be protected and anyone can access this course and take this course without logging in or any enrollment. You can also make this course free. Now what will happen is this course will be free, but students must register and enroll in order to access this course content. You can also choose buy now. So what will happen is that this course will be protected via the LearnDash built-in PayPal or Stripe. Users need to purchase the course, which is a one-time fee, in order to gain access. So if you want to make this course a one-time purchase, so if you insert a price, for example, $25, so if students purchase this course for $25, and you also have to place in the course enrollment URL. So this URL is available. If we click over here, you can see it says enter the URL of the page you want to redirect your enrollees after signing up for this specific course. So after they're signed up, you can place in the URL of the course page, so they will be directed to it. Since we're using WooCommerce, we don't have to worry about this that much. So let's move on with the settings. So students have to pay a one-time fee in order to gain access to this course. Another is the recurring payment. You can add in the price, course price, billing cycle, recurring times, course trial price, trial duration, course enrollment URL, just like the previous one. But here the students will have to pay fee every month. For example, you can choose every month they have to pay once or twice every month, okay, to get access to this course. And the final one is the closed. If you select closed, students won't be able to normally access this course, but the enrollment is possible through admin enrollment, group enrollment, or integration enrollment. So that is the access mode. Currently, we want to keep it free because later on we are going to take the course and see how it looks from the front end. Next one is the course prerequisites. If you enable this, you can choose any course prerequisites. If there's some other courses the students must take in order to enroll to this course, you can have this enabled. You can add in course points, course access expirations, and the start date, end date, students limit, how many students will be able to enroll to this course. If 0 is selected, it will be unlimited. In the next section, which is the display and content options, you can insert course materials. So here you can add in any content below is displayed on the main course page. What course materials will be provided for the students, you can add it over here. And course certificate we already added. If you want to add any challenge exam show, you can add it from here. So the challenge exam is basically an exam that allows the users to skip ahead a course by answering a set of questions prior to the starting of the course. Now, we are not going to create any challenge exams, but if you guys want to learn more about challenge exams, we have a blog post on this topic. We will put the link of that post in the video description. And next to the course content, always visible, custom pagination. If you enable this, how many lessons or topics will be displayed per page? We don't want this. The default pagination will be shown and we're fine with that. Course completion page. So if you have a page to display after the students complete the course, you can display it from here. And finally, you can choose the course navigation settings, how the students will be able to access this course. We have 2 options, linear and freeform. If linear is selected, students have to progress through the course in a designated step sequence. But if freeform is selected, students do not need to follow any designated steps. They can easily travel through the course and take any lessons they want. Now that we have set everything up, our course is ready to be launched. But before we publish our course, there's one more thing that we need to do, and that is set up our payment gateway. Normally, if you want to turn this into a paid course, what you would do is go to the access mode, click on buy now or recurring, and set a price of this course. But since we are using WooCommerce, we will have to take a different approach. We have to create a WooCommerce product and set our course pricing from there. So how we can do that, I'll show you now. So we're going to click over here to get back to courses. And from here, you can see we already have WooCommerce installed in our site. But before we go to WooCommerce, we are going to actually go to LearnDash settings. And from here, we are going to click on payments. And in this section, you can find your payment gateway. So currently there's PayPal, Razorpay, and Stripe Connect. You can enable any of these, whichever you prefer, either PayPal, Razorpay, and Stripe Connect. Now, LearnDash works with other third-party payment gateways as well, as we mentioned in the beginning of the video. If you want to learn more about that, we will provide a link to the LearnDash documentation. But currently we have these three options by default. And if you want to use any of those, for example, if you want to enable PayPal, you can simply click over here, then click on Manage, and it will help you connect the PayPal with your WordPress website. You can also choose your currency from here, okay? For example, if you're in the United States, you can choose United States of America from here. And after you're done, make sure to click on Save Changes. And after that, we are going to click on Add-ons. And from here, you have to ensure that WooCommerce for LearnDash is enabled. So this is an add-on and it adds some extra features to WooCommerce. So make sure that it's installed and enabled. If you see that it's not enabled, you can find it from this section, okay? So once it's installed and enabled, go to WooCommerce from here. So once we click on WooCommerce for the first time, it's going to launch a setup wizard over here. The setup wizard will help you set up your WooCommerce for your LearnDash site. Alright, so the WooCommerce setup wizard has been launched. You can skip this guided setup if you want from here, and there's a checkbox over here that says I agree to share my data to tailor my store setup experience. So by default, this will be selected. If you don't want to share data, you can simply deselect this and then finally click on Set up my store. And here you will be asked which one of these best describes you. So I'm just starting my business, I'm already selling, I'm setting up a store for a client. Select the option that matches your business, okay? So I'm going to click on, I'm just starting my business. Now I'm going to click on continue. And here you can give your store a name and you can select an industry from here. Since we are building an e-learning site, we can select education and learning. And there's another drop down here. You can see where is your store located. So you can select your country or region from here. You can see there's different parts of the US over here. If we scroll down, United States, New York, North Dakota, Ohio. So you can select your state if you're from the US. And finally, you can click on continue. In the next step, you can read over here. It says get a boost with our free features. So here are some free features. Get paid with Woo payments, print shipping labels with WooCommerce shipping. And this is the Jetpack AI assistance, Pinterest, drive sales with Google. So there are a lot of these options. You can leave these selected if you want, but we're going to deselect some of these. So we are going to have only get paid with Woo payment selected. Then we're going to click on continue. And now it says, let's get your features ready. So it's installing everything. All right. Now our WooCommerce has been set up. Now we are also going to click on settings and check out a few things. Over here, you can add in your address line, your city, post zip code, and make sure to do all of these before you proceed. Okay, add your address, city, postcode, and all of these informations. You also need to choose your currency position, all of these, and finally click on Save Changes. And then we are going to click on the payments section over here. And you can see that there are different kinds of payments. Woo payments accepts credit cards, debit cards, direct bank transfers, and check payments, cash on delivery. Since we are selling courses, we can't have this. So WooCommerce payments, you can enable this. And once it's enabled, you have to finish setting it up. If you come over here, you will have the options to connect your store so that people can buy your courses through Visa, MasterCard, American Express, and other cards, okay? So you have to connect your site first. But we're not going to go through the steps. I'm just showing you how you can connect your site. So let's get back to WooCommerce settings and click on payments. And you can also enable other settings such as direct bank transfers. Okay, you can also enable this. And after you choose it, make sure to click on Save Changes. When the setting has been saved, we can move on to the products. And here you can see there are some options over here. In the shop page, you can choose the shop page. Basically, the courses is our shop page. All right. So I'm going to save changes. And here it says add to cart behavior. Redirect to the cart page after successful addition. So you can direct people to the shop cart page. So we're going to have this enabled. All right. And click on save changes. And now we are going to go to the product section over here. And as you can see, we have no products. We are simply going to click on create product. And here we can add in our product name. And you can see that this is a tutorial from WooCommerce. If we click on next, it's going to show us here you can add in your description. You can add in your product data. You can add in your product short description, add a product image, product tags, add your product categories, and publish your product. So I'm going to click on keep editing, and we're going to do all of these. First, we're going to add in the name of our product. So let's go ahead and do it. Okay, so this is the name of our product. Now let's add a description. Okay, so this is our product description. Now we can move down to product data, but before that, we are going to set in some short description. Now, if we scroll up, here is the product data section. From here, you can set the price of your course. But first, what you have to do is select your product data from here. We can click on this drop down and select course over here. Since we have that WooCommerce add-on from LearnDash, this gives us the course product type. So once you select that, you will see that some of these options disappear. So from the general, we can set in the price of our products, let's say 99. And you can also set a sale price or schedule a sales price if you want. So that's all we need to do right now. But here you can also add linked products. So you can add in more courses which are linked to your course. You can add attributes, go to advanced settings, and here you can see the enable review is turned on. You might want to enable or disable this. It's up to you. And from here, get more options. We do not need any of these right now, but our main purpose has been served. We have added our course. Now we are going to scroll up and also choose a category for our courses. From here, we are going to choose the add new category and add our category. Okay, so this is our product category. Now we are going to click on add new category. All right, so web development has been added and selected. Now we can also choose a product image. So let's go ahead and do it. And we're going to select the same image. Great. Now with everything done, we can simply publish and our product has been created. So let's click over here, the view product, and see how our product looks like. Great. So now you can see your product is over here. Here's the price. Your students can add this to the cart. The description is over here. And once they add it to cart, it's going to be added to the cart. Now, if we click on continue shopping, now it's showing us this image because there's no cart page created over here. So we're going to actually create a cart page. So let's go ahead and go back. So no need to worry. We have to create a cart page and add it to our menu. Okay, so what we need to do is go back to our dashboard, and in the pages section, we can click over here, or we can click on add new page. Here you can see all your pages, and you can see there's no cart page created. So what we can do is click on add new page and write a title to this page. We're going to say cart. Okay, and from here, we are simply going to click over here and search for cart. And here's the cart. We are going to just simply drag it and drop it over here. And this is our cart. And here you can see that some dummy data has been placed over here so that you can see how the cart page looks like. But if we click over here and empty cart, so we are going to publish this page. And then you're going to see this one, cart is now live. Now, if we click on view page, it's going to bring us to our cart page. And you can see this isn't looking very normal. We are going to edit it and fix this. But you can see that your course has been added, and you can click on the proceed to checkout button, but it won't lead us to the checkout page because we haven't actually created any checkout page. So we have to manually create the checkout page and add it through the WooCommerce settings. Okay. Now we're going to go back to the course page, and we are going to go to the dashboard. And when we're here in the dashboard, there are a few things that we need to actually do. First, let's go ahead and set our default cart page. For that, we're going to go to WooCommerce and click on Settings. From here, we're going to click on Advanced. Here you can see the cart page. An image has been set over here. So instead of an image, we are going to set the cart page. So once you write cart over here, we are going to choose it. So this is our cart page. And we also need to set a checkout page as well. So first, let's save our changes. And let's create a checkout page as well. So we're going to click on Add New Page from here. And we are going to write checkout. And from here, we are going to click on this plus icon and search for checkout. And here it is. All right. So we are going to publish this page. All right, so the page has been published. You can see checkout is now live. So we are going to go back to our dashboard and then go to WooCommerce settings. And now we are going to go to the advanced tab over here. And from the checkout page drop down, we are going to click over here and type checkout. And here it is, checkout. So all the pages has been set and we are going to save. And we also should do another thing is that the account page, you can see another image has been selected. We can also create an account page as well. So we are going to click on pages and you can see the profile page. There are some profile pages over here. If we view these, let's see how it looks. And this is actually our account page, but I want to show you guys how you can manually create the account page. Okay, so let's go and do it. Okay, so we have written profile and you guys know how we already add blocks. So let's click over here and search for profile. And here's the LearnDash profile. So we're going to drag it and drop it over here. All right, so this is the profile page. Now we are going to click on publish. All right, so the page has been published. Now let's go back. And now you can see we have 4 profile pages. So these profile pages are okay. So we are going to remove the extra pages. All right. So now we have 1 profile page. So let's go ahead and go to WooCommerce settings and let's go to advanced and let's set our account page. We're going to write profile. And here's our profile page. We're going to select this. And you can also add in a terms and conditions page from here. So once everything is complete, you can click on Save Changes. So now we have a cart page, a checkout page, and my account page. Now what's left to do is basically publish our course. So let's go to our courses page and edit this page. And now you can view your course one last time. And once you're sure, you can click on this publish button to publish your course. Okay, so our course has been published. Now let's go back to our courses page and let's visit our site. And now let's click on courses over here and we can see our course over here. Now if we click on it, you can see we are already enrolled to this course. So we can see this topic over here. Now let's take the course and see how it looks. So we're going to scroll down and we're going to start from module 1. So here's our video and here's some text and here's the image we added. Of course, we didn't make one of the best courses in the world. This is just for showing you how to create courses. Okay, so from this module, we can see all the topics. We can move on to the next topic over here. We can watch the entire video and then we can also read the text. We can also mark this lesson as complete. So we can move from one topic to another in this way, but what we want to do is go back to lesson and see how our quiz looks. So here's our quiz and we're going to start the quiz. And here's our first question. Identify some of the default menu items that can be found in the admin dashboard. Okay, so from here we are going to choose the correct menu items. Click on next. And here's the next question. From the given options, which application is used to launch WordPress on localhost? So it's XAMPP. This is the single choice question. We are going to click on finish quiz. Okay, great. So we have passed our quiz. Now we are going to click over here to continue. And basically that is how our course looks from the front end. Now you can see that our course is actually showing free. So if we log out of our WordPress dashboard, how our course site looks, let's see. All right, now we have logged out of our site. If we go to courses and click on this course, we can see that our price is free. but we want to actually sell this course. So let's go ahead and make this a paid course. So we've logged back into our dashboard. Now we're going to go to LMS courses, and now we're going to click on edit, and now we're going to go to settings, and from free we are going to choose this closed. We're going to choose this closed because you can see it says the course can only be accessed through admin enrollment, group enrollment, or integrations, shopping cart, or membership enrollment. Since we're using WooCommerce, we are going to choose this, and we're going to click on save. All right, so our course has been updated. Now we are going to go back. Now that we have made our course closed, there's one more thing that we need to do. Over here in the pages section, you can see that the courses page is our shop page. If we click on view, this is basically our page. Now this page and the courses page over here are not the same, so we have to do some changes. But before we do that, what we are going to do is edit this page. So to do this, we are going to go back to our dashboard, and we are going to go to the pages section, and from here we have to click on edit. So we are going to edit this page. And you can see if we select this block, we're still using the LearnDash course list. Now, since we're using the WooCommerce, we need to use WooCommerce products block and not the LearnDash block, okay? So we're going to simply remove this. And over here, we're going to click on this plus icon and search for products. And over here, you can see the all products. This is from WooCommerce. So we're going to drag it and drop it over here. Alright, so we have our courses here now, and you can see that we have only one course, but the price is showing okay. So we are going to save this page. Alright, the page has been saved, and also you can copy the URL of this page, so let's go ahead and do it. So to copy the URL, we're going to go to page, and from here we are going to copy this URL. Alright, so the URL has been copied. Now we are going to go back, and we are going to go to the menu section over here in the appearance and menus. And now we are going to add in relevant pages. So the page that we want is the main menu. So we will select it from here. And from this section, we are going to remove this courses list. And we are going to remove any unnecessary things that we don't want on our menu. Okay, so we are going to remove the plans. And anything that you think is unnecessary, you can remove it from here, okay? Alright, now we are going to add the courses, and also we are going to add the cart page over here. Alright, and I think the account or profile is also necessary. We are going to add those. Now we're going to drag and drop the cart over here, and we want to select the primary from here, and now we're going to click on Save Menu. Okay, now if we go to our site, and we can see the courses is over here. So let's click on it. And now we can see our courses over here. Since we have one product in our WooCommerce, so we are seeing this. Now if I click on over here, now you can see that our course is over here, and we can add it to cart. So this is how the students will see the course. And it's telling me you cannot add another build a complete. So we have already added this course to our cart previously, and it's saying that we cannot add another one. So if we click on view cart, we can also click on cart over here. So let's go ahead and do it. Okay, so this is our cart page, and you can see that we can proceed to checkout from here. If we click on checkout, it's going to lead us to the checkout page now. Okay, so everything is working perfectly, but one thing you can notice is that our pages look a little bit dull. So we have to edit the design of the page. But the bottom line is we have basically created our e-learning site. We have learned how to create a complete course. We have learned how you can sell the course, and we have learned about various payment gateways. Now let's go ahead and edit the design. So to do this, we are going to go to our dashboard first, and now we are going to visit our site. And over here, you can see that we have a lot of content on our site, and you can edit the design of your site really easily. So what you need to do is click on Edit Page over here. And from here, you can basically change the design of anything. Okay, so we are not going to go through a full tutorial on how to edit or customize your website designs. You can check out some of our other tutorials where we did that. Here just we're going to shortly discuss how you can edit and change things. So from here you can see there are some texts. Okay, you can add in your own text over here. You can change in the heading text. Currently it's heading 1 selected. You can choose any heading style for your text from here. Okay, then you can also change in the font size, font line height. You can also customize your style, your general settings from over here. And you can see there's a button over here which has absolutely no link. So you can add in your button link over here. So we're going to do that. Okay, so now if our students click on this button, it's going to lead them to the products page or the courses page. Okay, so that is how you can change the design. Over here, you can see there are some logos. So all these are added from over here. Okay, so you can basically drag and drop any of these blocks and design it your own way. If you want to know how this entire page was designed or built, you can click on this button. This is the list view button. It's going to show you exactly what blocks were used to design this page. For example, if you want to know how this section was built, we can simply expand this section and it's going to tell us what blocks were used. This was a gallery. So if we look over here, we have an image gallery over here, you can see. So basically they added a gallery and then they added the logo of these companies. Okay, so that's amazing. And you can customize everything just from here. Okay, so basically you just add elements such as the text elements. This is the heading element. Okay, this is also a heading element. Here's some text and you can see some icons has been placed over here. So this is basically the select pattern block icon list. Okay, if we look at here, we can find the icon list over here. So they just grabbed it, dropped it over here, and then they customized it with their own images and text. Same for this image over here. So everything has been designed through the Gutenberg block. You can just spend some time and you'll understand how everything is built. Now you guys might also want to remove any sections if you want. For example, this section, we don't want to have this section. So what we can do is we can remove this section completely. To do that, what we're going to do is expand this list and we can see this is a row layout. We can either click over here and delete it from this section, or what we can do is select this row, click on these three dots and click on delete. So that will remove the complete section. And that is how you can remove any unwanted section from your website. Okay, so you have the basic idea now. What you can do is simply click on any text you want to change. Just click over here and write what you want. And if you want to change any icons, for example, this here is an icon, we can just simply click over here. We can choose any icons from here. So that is how you can change the icons as well. So that is how you can select any sections of the page and edit it with your own texts and images. And now you also know how to remove any unwanted section. So that was just the home page. So there are more pages other than the home page, such as the course page, cart page, checkout page. So go ahead and explore and design the page the way you want, okay? And if you need any help with the design, of course, you can contact us. Now, after you're done editing everything, make sure to click on the save button to save all your changes. Once it's saved, we can go back to our dashboard. Now, if you guys remember, our cart page, our checkout page wasn't looking that nice. So let's go ahead and change its design a little bit. First, we are going to go to our contact page. Let's view this contact page. So this is our contact page. This is how it looks. We're going to click on edit. And we're going to copy this block. So we're going to click on these three dots. We're going to copy it. And then we're going to go back to our dashboard. And we don't need to save our changes right now. And after we go back, we are going to visit our cart page. So let's click on edit. And over here, we're going to hit enter on keyboard and we're going to paste in the block. Now we are going to add in the cart. And you can add in your own text. Now we're going to click on save. Okay, so you can also copy blocks in Gutenberg and you can paste it in different sections of your website. Okay, so now it's been saved. Now we're going to go back and repeat the process for the checkout page as well. So we're going to click on edit and we're going to hit enter on keyboard and paste it and write checkout over here. Okay, so now we're going to click on save. Alright, so the page has been saved. While we're here, let's also talk about the registration page. Now, we already have a registration page, a registration successful page as well. Now, if we click on edit or view, we can actually view this page. And this is the registration page. You can see here there are some fields for username, email, first name, last name, password, and confirm password. And finally, users can click on this register button to register to your LearnDash site. Now, this is actually a block. If we click on this plus icon and search for registration, and you can see that the registration block is over here. So you can go ahead and create this registration block on your own, customize it, and then you can click on save. So we're going to go back. After it's created, we can go to the LearnDash settings over here. And from here, we can click on this registration and login. And here you can see the fields, which is the username, email, first name, last name, password. You can also customize this. And here you can also set in the login and registration page. So for us, this is the registration page, and the registration success page has already been selected. But if you want, you can create your own page and set it up from here. There's no reset password success page. If you want, you can create it and select it from here. So after you're done, you can click on save changes from here. And then what we're going to do is go to appearance and click on menus. We want to add the registration page to our menu over here. Okay, so make sure the main menu, primary main menu has been selected, and we can paste this registration over here. So we can save menu. Okay, now if we view our site, so let's click on visit site. Now if we click on registration, and here it says, hello user, you're already logged in. So if we visit our site after signing out, let's see how it looks. Okay, so this is how the page looks. You know, it's not looking very nice. We can do a little design and fix this. So let's go ahead and do it. So we're back here in our dashboard. Now we're going to click on edit for the registration page. Okay, so once it's loaded, we can hit enter on keyboard and paste the block that we copied and write registration over here. Okay, so you can add in your text, but I'm okay with this dummy text. And for this region, we can add some width. We're going to add 50%. And I think this is looking a little bit better. So now if we save our changes, and now let's check out this site after logging out. Okay, now it's looking a lot better. So that is how you can create registration page. And of course, this sign up button, it's not necessary right now. There's one thing that you can do is copy the URL of this page and add it to this sign up button. But I don't want this button to be here. So let's go ahead and move it. So we're here in the home page. We're going to click on customize over here. And this is going to take us to the site customization section. From here, we're going to choose the header. And over here at the header, we can see there's the button over here. We're simply going to move it. But if you want, you can select this button, right? And then you can add in the URL of the registration page. But I'm going to remove it. Okay, it's much better. Now we can publish our changes. And while we're here, you can also work with other things, such as you can change the logo from here. You can also tweak with the primary navigation. You can set item spacing. You can also stretch the menu if you want. So it will be set like this. Okay. You can also activate transparent header, and there are various things to work with. You can also change your colors and fonts from here. So if we go to the color section, if you guys remember, we chose this color palette when we were importing the starter site. Okay, so you can change it from here. There's palette 2 available, palette 3 is available. You can choose your own custom color just by clicking over here and choosing your own color and finally publishing your changes. You can look at various color settings, the link styles, the link colors, title above the content. So all of these colors can be changed from here. Okay. And we can also look how the buttons will be colored from here. We can also change the typography from here. You can see you can change the typography of the entire page, or the H1 font, H2 font, heading 3 font, heading 4 font. You can change all this from here. Title above content. So all these can be changed from this section. You can see some Google font subsets are also available over here. So once you're done, always remember to publish your changes from the customization menu, and you can look at other settings over here you can explore. So once you're done, we are simply going to publish all the changes one last time and finally close this up. Okay, so now we have a registration page for our students. So from here they can register. Now if we take a look at our website, so let's visit our site. Let's go to courses by clicking on this button now. Now you can notice over here that our registration menu item has disappeared and the sign up button has reappeared. Now if you're wondering why this happened, that is because we recorded the registration part later on in the video. So don't worry about it, you can safely follow the tutorial. This won't play any huge impact on your e-learning site, okay? And let's click on this course. And now if we go to our cart from here, you can see that our cart page is looking a little bit better now, okay? Now, even if we go to the checkout page, now this also looks a little bit better. Now, another thing is that the checkout section has no space around them and it's making the design look weird. So let's go ahead and fix it. To do this, we're going to click on Edit Page. And from here, we can see it's using the wide width. We can solve this in one way. So let's go ahead and add in a row layout. Over here, in this section, we're going to take a row. Let's delete this and now add the checkout. Okay, so here's the checkout. And we're going to select this layout. And from here, we're going to go to Advanced. And for the right, we are going to add LG. And left margin, we're going to add LG. And now let's click on Save. And now let's view the page. And now you can see that it's looking much better, okay? So you can do the same with the other pages. The cart page, you can see that it also looks the same. You can also add in on the row layout and then add in margins so that it will look better, okay? So that is how basically you can also design your pages with Gutenberg. We selected group courses during the setup wizard, if you guys remember. Now you can create user groups and also assign someone a group leader. So if we go to the groups section over here, you can see that you can create groups. So currently we have no groups. Here, if we read, it says users can be placed into groups and assigned a group leader who can track the progress and performance of any user in the groups. So that's pretty much clear. And if you want to read the documentation of users and groups, it's available over here. But we can create a new group by just clicking over here or here, add new, okay? So once we click over here, all right, it brings us to this section. Here we can add a group title. So I just named it my first group. Here you can add in your group content. You can add in text. You can add in images. Let's go ahead and add an image. And we can add an image from our library. So that is how we can also add in images and other group contents here. And we can also set a featured image for this group. Great, we can also assign categories, tags, group categories, so you can add group categories and also group attributes as well. So once you are done with the group, you can go to the settings. Here you can actually select the group access mode. So if you want to charge for this group, you can select buy now. So the group is protected via LearnDash built-in PayPal or Stripe. Users need to purchase the group in order to gain access. So you can add in a group price and group enrollment URL. We are not going to create the group right now. I'm just going to show you how this works. You can also add in a start and end date. So this is pretty much similar to the course settings, okay? If we click on courses, you can add in courses within this group, okay? So here we have some courses available, and here is the assigned group course. So we can select any courses and then add it to this list, and this course has been assigned to this group. Again, down here you can see the group courses auto enroll. Here you can see an option. It says enable automatic group enrollment when a user enrolls into any of the associated group courses. So the automatic group enrollment will be enabled when a user enrolls into any of these courses. After that, in the next tab, we can look at the users. So currently we have no users. We are the only user group that's available. So if you have multiple users, you can add them or assign them to this group. Again, if we look down here, this is the group leader section. So from here, you can choose any of your users and assign them as the group leader. And as you can see that I have assigned myself as the group leader, okay? So that is how you can assign group leaders. So once you're done, you can publish this group like so, and your group will be added. And from here, you can view group or add new group. So if we click on view group, I'm just going to take a look at how this looks like. Okay, so this is basically like a course, but instead this is a group, and the users or members who are added to this group will be able to take the courses that are assigned to this group. So students can enroll from here. Currently, we've left it free. Okay, so let's go back to the dashboard, and if you want to add more members, you can do it from here. So if we go to the users and we can click on add new user, and from here we can give a name, email address, first name, last name, website, password, and then finally we can choose a role. And over here you can see there's few more extra roles, which is the shop manager and the customer. These two are added by WooCommerce, but this one over here, the group leader, this is assigned by LearnDash, so you can make this particular user a group leader. So the group leader can track progress of other members within that group. So that is how you can create members or users for your website. Now, if you are interested in building a membership site for your courses, you can use MemberDash to do it. MemberDash is another plugin from the same developers of LearnDash. We have a tutorial on this topic. If you guys are interested in how to create a membership site using MemberDash, you can check that out. We'll put the link of that video in this video's description. So that's enough for the groups. So that basically brings us to the end of this tutorial. We hope that you managed to learn how you can create an e-learning site using LearnDash and create as many courses as you want, and also make sure to set up your payment gateway before you launch your site. Okay, so that's enough for today's tutorial. We hope this video was helpful for you guys. If you found this video helpful, give it a like and subscribe to our channel for more helpful videos on WordPress. So thank you for watching. See you next time.